All right, it is Tuesday, November 12th, 2024. I knew what it was, I just couldn't remember it. Imagine that. So, we are 1 week out from the selections, the elections, and how y'all feeling? You feel better? Are you better off today than you were 1 week ago? How you doing? We see that the Kamala campaign had $1 billion and went 20 million in the hole. Come on, man. Paying off all these celebrities that did no good. Big grift. It's like a Ukraine money laundering machine. You know, you just put a bunch of money in, and then next thing you know, somebody gets it, and then you get nothing for it. But we fly in here. It's cold for the fly. It says it's 49 right now. 49 degrees Fahrenheit. So, yeah, 1 week out. Complete capitulation, complete transition. Everything went smoothly. We're gonna have a peaceful, smooth transition of power from Biden to Trump. Kamala has conceded. Everybody's conceded. It's just business as usual. Meet the new boss, same as the old boss, folks. That's how it works. Meanwhile, we got some people upset. Now, again, Trump has not appointed his cabinet yet. I think officially, though, he has named this Susan Wiles as his chief of staff. Look at her connections. Drain the swamp, baby. We got to fill it before we can drain it. I guess that's how it works. So, take a look at these appointments that are, not all of them are official because, you know, people are upset. Marco Rubio for Secretary of State, what? Now, that's not official. A lot of this stuff gets leaked, and I can so see that it gets leaked so that these people are, you know, it's like trial balloons, and we're like, no, don't want them, no. Like Pompeo and Nikki Haley already announced that they're not going to be in the cabinet, not going to be in part of the administration, which is good. They shouldn't be. They're absolute war criminals and war hawks. So, I mean, but some of the appointments that have been made, though, or appear to be getting made, raise a little cause for concern if they actually become that, you know, part of the administration. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But again, don't be stupid. There are no excuses this time that, oh, well, I didn't know, you know. No, there's no excuses. It's either you do the right thing or you don't. And to me, the only right thing to do is end the Fed. You got to end the Fed. You got to declassify everything. If you do that, you're on the right track. If you don't, and you keep kicking the can with this Fed, man, I don't know. I don't know. That's the #1 tool for enslavement, the Federal Reserve. When you can fund world wars and every other war since, it's kind of a problem. You can enslave people every day. That's what we are. We're just monetary slaves at this point. People, the thing is, well, it's not like real slavery. Well, it's actually kind of worse because you got people committing suicide over an artificial monetary construct. I got so much debt, I can't take it. You know, I'm just going to check out. I mean, so it's a devastating thing. Do not underestimate the power of artificial money and the people who can wield it and create it from nothing. No mail at this one. So keep an eye on it. Is this a big ploy? Is this just a grand scheme to bring on the end times, you know, and deceive us all? Who knows? Trust yourself. And that's what I keep seeing. I keep seeing it really is a choose your own adventure book. It's whatever you interpret it as. We saw Elon Musk, what was it, the dollar bill thing, the new order of the ages, Novus Ordo Seclorum, you know, it's on the dollar bill. Now, if Obama had tweeted that out, I mean, people would, on the right, the conservatives would be like, oh, see, it's a validation of the New World Order. But, you know, since Elon did it, it's like, oh, no, the direct translation is just a new order for the ages. And it's like, yeah, but we used to say that that pointed to the New World Order, you know, loosely translated. It was on the dollar bill. They told us. It was all foretold. A bunch of Masonic crap, you know, all over the place. DC's Masonic, you know, and then you look at it and being controlled by Jesuits. Yeah, look at how Trump was educated. Look at his hand signals. There's a lot of things. It's just what you make of it. And you can think, okay, all of this is just to bring out an awareness. You know, well, what better person to pick than someone who was involved in big pharma? They know where the bodies are buried. And you can look at it that way. You're bringing in people that know how the system works, know how the corruption works. And you know, on the surface, it looks like a really bad choice, but maybe it's a good choice. Or maybe it really is a really bad choice, and it's just meet the new boss, same as the old boss. Middle Eastern country, you know, with a certain blue and white flag first instead of America first. You know, who knows? Who knows what these people are thinking? All I know is that my life has not changed. I'm doing the same things that I was doing before, and it is what it is. Now, I'm not looking for a savior here. Not a human savior, anyway. So quit putting your faith in these people. You know, start doing something about it on your own. Yesterday, in fact, I had a local business person text me. I talked to her a little bit at the meetup that we had in October at the bar. And she texted me yesterday. She says, hey, you have a minute? And I'm thinking, oh, yeah, crypto's pumping, baby. Here they come. And so she said, hey, do you think it's a good idea to buy Dogecoin right now? And she had done it before, and so she's familiar with it. And I said, hey, it just doubled. I mean, not to say it's not going to double again, but, you know, it could pull back. I said, you know, as long as your time frame is, you know, the next 6 to 8 months, then you're fine. You know, it doesn't really matter what you buy at this point, except Litecoin. It'll probably be $80 by then, so you might make $5 or $6. But it still is sound money for the digital age. Actually, Mimblewimble, I've been trying that out a lot. Very good stuff. Fast transactions, private. We're going to have some roadblocks coming up with some of these cryptos, just like we do every cycle. Bitcoin and Ethereum, the fees are going to get high. It's going to get difficult to send, and people are going to get frustrated. They're going to say, what the frick, man? Why is it that? Why is it this way? Well, it's always been that way, folks. Welcome to the crypto casino, where some machines pay off and some look like they're going to pay off, but they don't pay off when you try to get them to pay off. So, all right. Crypto going up. Number go up, everybody's excited. Bitcoin 90,000. I can tell, you know, everybody starts tweeting and getting excited, and I'm like, time for a pullback. People start contacting you about how to put money in crypto. Probably time for a little pullback. But you know, it's going to be a few, not that many pullbacks now. There's going to be a few, so you know, if you're going to buy on the dip, I would think at this point. But I think from here until probably, you know, first 6 months of next year. Maybe not even that long, but let's say first 3 to 6 months of next year, it's fitting right into the 4-year cycle where we'll have a parabolic blow off top. How high will it be? Who knows? Will Bitcoin go to $1 million? I think not. But a lot of people say that. It's going to go to $1 million next year. I guess we'll find out. We don't have that long to wait at this point. 6 to 8 months, really under 8 months. I mean, can you wait that long? If you've waited this long, and you've, especially Litecoin people, I see, you know, not everybody, I see a lot of people getting sour. Why is the price not going up? I'm getting upset. Well, today we found out that we have wrapped Litecoin now, to where you can take Litecoin and basically bridge it onto an Ethereum blockchain and, you know, work in DeFi and work in the exchanges. So that's a pretty big deal. You didn't have that back in the last cycle. It is a pretty big deal. So that's there. Mimblewimble's out on Cake Wallet. Should be out on Light Wallet here at the end of the year. And then you've got a couple of other wallets that are going to do it. And so, you know, you've got privacy on a mobile wallet and private transactions, which is pretty cool. Pretty big deal. Like I said, I've been testing out Mimblewimble lately. And it's kind of a game changer. Litecoin's doing all the things it can do. I mean, it can do pretty much what all the other coins can do at this point. You can put ordinals on it. Now you can do DeFi with it, with wrap tokens. I mean, you've got privacy of money that's optional. It's not like Monero where it's all in. No, it's optional. You can stay completely transparent on the blockchain as a record and let the blockchain, you know, record it as a receipt, which is one of the nice things about it. Or you can say, you know what? Really don't like everybody seeing all these things that I'm doing. You know, I want to go to church and make an anonymous donation in the plate. I don't want anybody to see me setting it in there. So that's up to you, and that's the great thing with Litecoin. It's opt-in privacy, and it's on layer 1. It's not on layer 2. It's on layer 1, which is a very big deal. All right. Yeah, prepare. And here's the thing. It's going to sneak up on you, even though you've got time. You think you have time. Are you prepared right now to check the boxes and use the monetary tools when they make themselves available to you? Are you going to check the box? Are you going to check the box? And the thing is, if you don't know what you need to do in your life, figure it out really quickly. You need to. I mean, you've got these economic weapons, these tools, these cryptocurrencies. I mean, this is gold and silver too. I mean, that's dipped a little bit recently, but I mean, it's because everybody's confident that, hey, let's get risky and get into the digital assets again. And so gold and silver have kind of fallen off a little bit just because those are the fear plays. That's the, you know, the Kamala's going to win. I'm afraid I need gold and silver. Trump wins. It's like, we're fine. That's the thing. I got a problem with Trump. We got to be very careful. He could be putting people to sleep and ushering in this digital identity and this new beast system, basically. So be careful. Just saying. People, that's a good indicator. You know, it just kind of came to me. It's a good indicator. You know, people are kind of going to sleep a little bit. They think, Trump's got this. Don't go to sleep. Hold everybody accountable. Everybody. I don't care who it is. I don't care. Everybody needs to be held accountable, especially at that level. All the appointments, all the people elected, anybody. Don't give them a pass. Do the research. Dig on it. You know, and just don't shut down because, you know, it's not what he meant. Bull crap. It's what you think he meant. There was I can't remember, Bob Morris. I don't think it was Bob Morris. Maybe it was somebody like that. It was kind of a chubbier guy. He worked in the Clinton administration, getting him elected. And then afterwards, he kind of went a little bit conservative and wrote a book and a couple of books. And he's on like conservative news network or something. But anyway, he was talking about Bill Clinton at one point. He says, you know, Bill Clinton is just a reflector. I mean, you know, there's really nothing there until you shine light on it and then it reflects back. And when you think about that, that's an interesting thing. I mean, it's really just shining the light back that you give it. And I think Trump's a lot of that way too, except, you know, he's kind of the generator of light, the light bringer, so to speak. And you see that light, it's just how you were interpreting that light. You know, he says a lot of different things and everybody has a different interpretation of it. You know, so you're applying, you know, he's just basically allowing you to create the narrative in your own mind, choose your own adventure, so to speak. But what does he really mean? Don't know. Really don't know. So hold his feet to the fire. I mean, judge the tree by its fruits. That's really what it comes down to now. You can believe whatever you want. You can think he's intending. You can think anybody's intending something, you know, just think of the clouds or a Rorschach ink blot test to where, you know, you got this ink on the piece of paper. You've all seen that. And then, what do you see? I see a butterfly. Oh, it's like I see Batman or I see this or that, you know, and it kind of interprets, you know, your psychology. Same with the clouds. Do you see that in the clouds? What is that? What is that? That's kind of what we're going through right now. It's just like, hey, I'm going to put this out here and you guys get to interpret it and you know, and think that it applies to you when in actuality, it might have nothing to do with you. It's just clouds or it's just some ink got spilled on a piece of paper and we're just making something of it that we choose to make out of it. But it doesn't mean it's true. It might be true in your reality. But the thing is, you got to go back to, like I said, judge the tree by the fruits. I mean, it might look pretty, might look like it's got a bunch of fruit on it, and then you get next to it, and you're like, man, that's not fruit. Those are poison apples. So, just be careful. Trust your instincts. Trust yourself. Know that you are a child of God, created in the image of God, and that spirit still flows through you, so make that connection. Don't be looking for truth out here. It's in here. And know where you come from. So that's all I got to say. I'm not going to preach anymore on that, but it's something to really pay attention to. Quit externalizing it into another human being. That's not your truth. And nobody's coming to save you. No human. All right. So there's that. Use discernment. Trust your gut. Trust your instincts. Exit that vampire casino. Don't let them make a new vampire casino that's digital. And then you just play along thinking, well, they've got good intentions. None of them have good intentions. They have intentions, but they're not always good. They may be sometimes, but not all the time. They're there for a reason. Not everybody wants these positions. You got to be a different kind of cat. You want to climb to the top of that freaking cat pole. All right. Love you all. Know what you need out of life. When the opportunities present themselves, and they will in the next 6 months or so, take advantage of it and just do it. Don't be sitting back thinking you should have done it, could have done it, didn't do it. Know what you need out of life. Get it. Okay? All right. Love you all. Hope you have a wonderful Tuesday. Trust yourselves.